I think one of the most incredible things and the most fascinating things about Hercules is that it spans generations and it spans cultures, it spans ages, where everyone is inspired by the myth of Hercules, because it becomes more than strength. In my opinion, the myth of Hercules and the mythology and the power of the mythology becomes more than just strength. It becomes a story of faith and accepting your faith, and it also becomes a story of fate and believing in fate. And when he finally does, there's of course the iconic scene where Hercules is chained up to the pillars and he finally accepts his fate and accepts faith and believes in something very powerful, and then he becomes powerful too. Hercules has been a passion project of mine for a very, very long time. When I first broke into Hollywood, Hercules was one of the first properties that I asked about, that I was curious about, and I would love to make. And at that time, I broke in making a movie called The Mummy Returns, and at that time, it spawned a movie called The Scorpion King, and it was fairly close, in a way, similar in terms of tone to Hercules. So we kind of put the Hercules thought on the back burner. But for a very long time, I'd been interested in making Hercules. Plus, growing up, when I was a kid, I had always admired and had a great love and appreciation for individuals who were strong and who were able to accomplish things, I think, with their hands. And Hercules was certainly one of them. And you know, from the very first Hercules, Steve Reeves was such a great inspiration for myself and many other people out there. So Hercules has been a passion project of mine for a very, very, very long time. It's actually been 10 years in the making. So 10 years ago, we actually started talking about it in terms of developing it, and it's come a long way since then. We made the movie so it appealed to everybody, and whether you like movies like this that speak on Greek mythology or the mythology of a hero, of an epic hero, whether you get moved by that, or whether you get moved by characters, whether you get moved by story, or whether you get moved by visual, a visual template that's delivered to you, ultimately, at the end of the day, Hercules, in my opinion, what makes it appealing to a very wide audience is what it's based off of. And what it's based off of is we get challenged every day, we get knocked down, we come back, but not only that, but we come back stronger. That's what Hercules is based off of, and in my opinion, it's what life is. It's what life is. We get knocked down and we come back stronger. We're all Hercules in a way. We all become Hercules. When you go through a process like this, you have a property like Hercules, there's a lot of directors and filmmakers who come to the table and they want to make this movie. And we had an opportunity to sit with a lot of directors, some I knew, some I'd been friends with over the years. Amazing directors with amazing filmographies behind them. All could have done a tremendous job. I sat down with Brett Ratner, and it was just an instinctual thing. And it's one of those things that sometimes you just can't explain it, and I just felt it in my gut that he was the right guy.